Hello, good evening everyone. A very good evening. सौरभ says first comment big fan. Shout out दे दूं इसके लिए. अच्छा. Hi Chandru, good evening. Hi Amrita, good evening. Hello Suman. Hi Ehsan. Very good evening guys. Narmada, Tanu, Debarti. Very good evening to all of you. Hi Deepshika. Very good evening Priyanshu. So a very good evening to all of you and welcome to Gradeup. Good evening Janina. After a long time Janina. उनमें नहीं आ रही तुम सेशंस में. हाय वैभव, हेलो. हाय सोनल, विकास, आयुष, अर्श, अनिल. हाय सोनी, नमस्ते जी. स्वर्णा, गुड इवनिंग. बहुत बहुत स्वागत है आपका इस खेल में जिसका नाम है कौन बनेगा करोड़पति. वैसे कौन बनेगा करोड़पति से कम नहीं है, बिकॉज ऑफ कोर्स व्हेन यू अंडरस्टैंड दीज कॉन्सेप्ट्स यू विल डू गुड इन दी एग्जाम. एग्जाम में अच्छा करोगे, अच्छी जगह जाओगे, अच्छा पैसा कमाओगे एंड यू विल बिकम ए करोड़पति. दैट मीन्स So I should name them कौन बनेगा करोड़पति, है ना. गुड इवनिंग स्वर्णा, पवन, कतर एंड अमृता, विकास. कौन बनेगा कैटपति. हाँ ये भी सही है, कौन बनेगा कैटपति. हाय सुजीत सिंगर. हार्ड है परम्यूटेशन. अच्छा. हाय देवर्ती रॉय. हार्ड तो मेरे ख्याल से अब तो नहीं लगना चाहिए. हम लोग जैसे कर रहे हैं धीरे धीरे करके, राइट फ्रॉम फंडामेंटल प्रिंसिपल ऑफ काउंटिंग. सो मतलब हमेशा ही मुझे ये लगा है इफ यू आर गुड एट फंडामेंटल प्रिंसिपल ऑफ काउंटिंग देन यू वुड नॉट फाइंड परम्यूटेशन कॉम्बिनेशन दैट हार्ड. ठीक है, तो इट विल बी ओके नाउ. ओके, गुड इवनिंग आकाश. गुड इवनिंग आयुषी शर्मा. जनीना सेज आई वाज सिक, नाउ बेटर. ओके, दैट्स ग्रेट. सो बेटर नाउ. गुलाब नमस्ते. सुमन सर, कुड यू प्लीज यूज मोर इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज while explaining sir please. Yes Sumant, I can do that. Generally I use Hindi in between because of two reasons. So one, because most of the people are more comfortable in Hindi, and second, even I feel more comfortable that ways. But yes, I'll try to explain everything in English as well as Hindi, है ना. ऐसा करते हैं. हाय. अच्छा, दीपशिका कह रही है लॉजिकल एक्सप्लेनेशन. यस, आई हैव सीन पीपल टेकिंग ए सेशन ऑन दिस, दैट हाउ कैन यू अर्न दीज मेनी करोड्स इन दीज ईयर्स. एंड इन द सेशन दे वर सेइंग दिस ओनली कि अच्छा ठीक है, इफ यू स्टडी वेल यू वुड बी गेटिंग एडमिशन इनटू दिस कॉलेज विद द एवरेज प्लेसमेंट इज दिस एंड दिस इज हाउ यू बिकम ए करोड़पति. सो पीपल डू दैट. सौरभ प्लस प्लीज पजल्स ले लिया करो, भले ज्यादा टाइम का लेक्चर हो. ओके, ज्यादा टाइम का लेक्चर एक्चुअली हमें अलाउड नहीं है सौरभ, दैट इज द प्रॉब्लम. हाय तोशित, आई एम एब्सोल्युटली फाइन. हाय हर्ष. हाँ सर, परम्यूटेशन कॉम्बिनेशन का बस फाउंडेशन किया है बैच 6 में. अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा, ओके. चलिए जी, आगे जाके आ जाएगा अगर वो तो पूरा भी. डोंट वरी अबाउट दैट. सो बिफोर आई स्टार्ट आई एम जस्ट गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट वन थिंग विद ऑल ऑफ यू, दैट because Maharashtra CET is now quite close, right? Good evening Sahil. So therefore we are starting this batch. Recently we have launched it. ठीक है, it's a MAH CET batch for 3-month rank booster course. So the purpose is that simple. It is always written in the name. We want to boost the rank. It's as simple as this, right? So it's a 90 days course, less than 90 days basically course. So in which we are going to cover everything which is there in MAH CET. And it's kind of a crash course so that it can improve your rank in the exam, because this is the next exam which is around the corner. So I think for the people especially who are appearing for MAH CET or probably could not do very well in the other exams, they must be hoping a lot from this exam. For those people probably it will be more useful. Hi Shivi Gupta, good evening. And for CAT 2021 we are having this score 99 plus batch, and some of the people who are here, they are already into this batch, so they all would be knowing about this. So we have just started this batch. I think 2 or 3 classes have been there, right? So the enrollments are on for this batch as well. What exactly do we do in this batch? It is written on this screen. Hi, good evening Vidhi and Pradvi Teja. Very helpful classes. Thank you very much Pradvi. This course will cater to not only CAT but the other exams as well, as I told you before as well, and sufficient number of revision classes, the day wise plan, and live classes are there, quizzes are there, so everything would be covered into this course. So this CAT batch has just started. CET batch is going to start very soon, I think within 2 or 3 days. I think from tomorrow or day after, something like that. Good evening Yogansh and Madhurima. And this course will also include all these things. So it includes a green card in which you get all the mock tests, sectional tests, interactive classes, 10,000 plus practice questions, and it's a comprehensive course, so it basically includes GD, VAT, PI and GK as well. This all would be covered under this course, right? And this I always keep asking you guys, please, if you like the session, please hit the like button on YouTube especially, and please rate it on the app, people who like it, and whatever doubts you have, whatever you want to suggest or advise or anything that you require, right? For every such thing you can just comment on the link, right? Share it with the people, whoever is appearing for these exams. It can be useful for many of them. And similarly, please subscribe, because I keep taking such series. So with subscription, you'll keep on getting the notification of all those lectures, and not only from here but also from the other people as well. So there are other faculties who keep taking these series. So once you subscribe to this, so basically you get an idea from all of those कि कहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है. That all would be there. So MBA CET नहीं होगा sir. Sujit, I don't think that till now it has come out. अगर नहीं होगा तो देखेंगे. Basically ऐसा होना तो नहीं चाहिए. It should be there, I think. Hello Deepak, hello Chitransh, Satvika and Yogansh. A very good evening guys. YouTube पे नाम क्या है? Gradeup के नाम से है Yogansh, right? Gradeup cat लिखोगे, you will get it, right? Let us start with our today's class. So as I said, we are doing fundamental principle of counting. So today I am just going ahead with that. In the last two classes, we discussed about the basics of FPC, fundamental principle of counting क्या है. Then in the second class, we discussed about what if the items are similar or different. How do we deal with those? So today I am going a step ahead. So this is the first question I have for all of you. So this is the easier one. So please answer this. I'll talk about this then. कि मैं क्यों ले रहा हूँ ये question. Hi Gaurav Verma, good evening. Thank you very much if you are finding it interesting. Vidhi has already answered as 120 others. What is the answer for this question? Using 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 exactly once, how many 5-digit numbers can be formed? Arvind also says 120. Sagar, Gulab, Rishika, Sagar, Hinal, Akash, Bikash, Swarnshri, Satvika, Debarti, Qatar, Deepak, Narmada, एहसान, everyone is saying 120. इसमें तो कुछ difficult हो नहीं सकता. अरविंद 5 to the power 5 नहीं होगा because you are using them exactly once. So it has to be 5 factorial, right? So that's correct. The total number of numbers that can be formed is 5 factorial. How? The first place can be filled in 5 ways. The second place can be filled in 4 ways. The third place in 3 ways. Then 2 ways, then 1 ways. So when you multiply all of them, it automatically becomes 5 factorial, which is 120. I remember someone asking in the last class कि यार सर मतलब अगर बिना factorial के नहीं कर सकते हैं. अब वो आएगा ही multiplication में, you have to use factorial then, or you straight away write 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. That will be 120. It's a simple one, right? So Ayushi Sharma, Tanu Singh, Sujit, Shivi, everyone has got the same answer, which is 5 factorial. This was an easier one. Okay. धीरे धीरे डिफिकल्ट करेंगे. अभी इंपॉर्टेंट खैर ये डिफिकल्ट करना नहीं, इंपॉर्टेंट है कुछ समझाना. I'll talk about that. Answer this question now. This is the original data on which I keep asking a few more questions. So this is the second one. Now answer this. How many 5-digit even numbers can be formed? 5-digit even numbers that can be formed using 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 exactly once. Okay, Gulab says 60, others, Saurabh says 60. Anyone else? Gulab कह रहे हैं 60, Saurabh कह रहे हैं 60. Any other answer? Hinal says 48, Vidhi says 48, HN Arvind says 48. Akash says 48, Sagar 48, Madhurima Das says 48. So yes, 48 is the correct answer. Now how do we do this? Okay? So the general method of doing this is that, okay, we have to make an even number. So the last place can be either 2 or 4. So there are 2 ways to fill the last place, right? There are 2 ways to fill the last place. So therefore 2 ways में हमने ये fill कर दिया. Whichever digit has been used here, that cannot be used further. So now 4 more are left. The next place can be filled in 4 ways, the next in 3 ways, the next in 2 ways, the next in 1 way, and this gives us the answer as 48. I hope there is nothing difficult about this. ये आप सब लोग जान ही रहे होंगे, right? Oh, okay, Vaibhav, thank you very much for that. Okay, so everyone got 48. KK has written the right explanation as well. 2 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, which is 48. Shivi Gupta got 48. Madhurima got 48. और इधर से भी सात्विका, दीपक, चंद्रू, वैभव, स्वर्ण, श्री, देवर्ती, सब लोगों का 48 आंसर आया है, which is the right answer. ठीक. अब ये बहुत सिंपल चीजें थी. Why am I discussing these? That is important now. That why am I discussing this part? क्योंकि ये तो बहुत सिंपल सा था. इसमें डिस्कस करने का है भी क्या? I want you to understand the real beauty of permutation and combination. This question is easy, but the point is you have to understand something here, a small logic. That is, I'm not saying that this is the right way of doing this question, but just trying to explain something to you. वो ये, these 120 numbers are formed using these 5 digits 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 exactly once, right? You got 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Hi Vishal, hello. So when I said the first place can be any of the 5 digits, can I say all the 5 digits are treated equally? There is no partiality between the digits. I can't say ki acha 5 cannot come here, 3 cannot come here, 2 cannot come here. That is not there because none of them is 0. If one of them is 0, 0 has got a partiality. 0 cannot be put here. Okay? But currently, if I talk about 5, 4, 3, 2 or 1, they all can appear at the first place an equal number of times because there is no partiality. They all can appear an equal number of times at the second place. They all can appear an equal number of times at the third place, fourth place, fifth place. So all the 5 places can have all the 5 digits, can I say, an equal number of times? So can't I straight away say that if there are 5 factorial or 120 numbers that can be formed using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, can I visualize this that out of these 120 numbers, इसका 1/5 अगर करोगे तो 24 numbers will end with 1, 24 numbers will end with 2, 24 numbers will end with 3, 24 will end with 4 and 24 will end with 5. Or I can also say that 1/5 of the numbers are ending with 1, 1/5 with 2, 1/5 with 3, 1/5 with 4 and 1/5 with 5. So when the question asks us how many numbers are even, so how many numbers are even का सीधा सीधा मतलब क्या हो गया? How many numbers are even का मेरा मतलब ये है in how many numbers the last digit can be 2 or 4. So out of these 5 digits, I am looking for 2 of them, 2 and 4. That means out of every 5 numbers, I need 2. So 2/5 of 120 will give me the answer as 48. I am repeating. This is not the right way of doing this question. I'm not saying this is the right way of doing this question, but you have to understand one thing, that every digit appears an equal number of times at every place. Last place पे 1 भी उतना ही बार आएगा, 2 भी उतना ही बार आएगा, 3 भी, 4 भी, 5 भी, because these things would be used later on. वो बड़े काम आने वाले हैं हमारे लिए. Similarly, at the 10th place, at the 100th place, if I ask you this question, how many numbers are there whose first digit is even? Why do I think about anything? Answer is 48. How many numbers are there whose second digit is even? 48. How many numbers are there whose third digit is even? 48. How many numbers are there whose fourth digit is odd? 72. क्योंकि अगर fourth digit मुझे odd चाहिए, odd means out of these 5, 3 are odd, 120 का 3/5 कर देंगे, that is 72. Right? Yes, Janina, that is actually 24 plus 24, that is 1/5 plus 1/5, which is 2/5. I can say so. या तो मैं 2/5 बोल दूं या 1/5 को 2 बार ऐड कर दूं. So these numbers, how are they equally distributed? That should always be there in your mind, right? For example, I have numbers 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3 से कितने नंबर बनेंगे? 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2 and 3, 2, 1. Because 1, 2 and 3 are alike, therefore there are 2 numbers ending with 3, 2 numbers ending with 2, 2 numbers ending with 1. At every place, every digit will appear an equal number of times. There are two numbers ending with having second digit as 3, second digit as 1, second digit as 2. Two numbers having first digit as 1, first digit as 2, first digit as 3. तो सभी की सभी डिजिट हर जगह पे इक्वल बार आएंगी, ये आपको दिमाग में रखना है. This was the second one. Third, what is the answer for this question now? The original data would remain the same. I am asking you about the third question. What will be the answer to this third question? Shivi says 48. Saurabh says 36. Deepak says 36. Okay. Gulab says 36. Hinal says 18. Vidhi says 48. Arvind says 18, Debarti says 18, Viren says 36, Soni says 24, okay. Madhurima Das says 72. Let us see what is the answer for this question. Bharti says 48, Nigam Yadav is saying 24. चलिए देखते हैं कैसे आंसर आ रहा है और कितना आ रहा है. एहसान कह रहे हैं 30, आकाश कह रहे हैं 12, विकास कह रहे हैं 30. 5 digit numbers divisible by 4 that can be formed. Now this is the question. I can't say now कि अच्छा any number ending with 4 will be divisible by 4, तो इसलिए 1/5 कर देते हैं. 1/5 of the numbers will be ending with a 4, so the answer would be 24. That would be wrong. ठीक है. I am not saying 24 is the wrong answer, but that method is wrong. I can't say that because what is the divisibility rule of 4? ये सोचना पड़ेगा. ठीक है कि 4 का divisibility rule है क्या. So Vishal is getting 36, Tanu is also getting 24, Chundru is getting 24. Now many people are getting 24. I am not saying 24 is wrong. But 4 का divisibility rule क्या है? The divisibility rule of 4 is that the last 2 digit number should be divisible by 4. And I have these digits. So what can be the last 2 digits? The last 2 digits can be, according to those, it can be 12, it can be 32, it can be 52, and it can be 24. These are the 4 possibilities and these are the cases of OR. Right? आकाश, देवर्ती, हिनल, आप सब लोग शायद 52 भूल गए लास्ट में. ठीक है, नॉर्मली लोग 52 भूल जाते हैं. These are the cases of OR. Either the last 2 digits are 12, or they are 32, or they are 52, or they are 24. So the last 2 places can be filled in 4 ways. And once 2 digits have been used to fill them, the 3 digits before them, they can be filled in 3 into 2 into 1. So 3 into 2 into 1 is 6, 6 into 4, 24 is the correct answer. 24 is the correct answer according to this. Okay. Another point. सर हमने अभी बात की थी इसके बारे में कि नंबर ऑफ इवन नंबर्स 48 है. इवन नंबर्स का मतलब डिविजिबल बाय 2. सो कांट आई से दैट एवरी सेकेंड नंबर आउट ऑफ इवन नंबर्स इज डिविजिबल बाय 4? कांट यू से दैट? अगर इवन नंबर्स 48 है, सो इन इवन नंबर्स एवरी सेकेंड नंबर विल बी डिविजिबल बाय 4. सो देयरफॉर 24 शुड बी द करेक्ट आंसर. नो, ध्यान में रखना ये बात. दिस कैन बी डन इफ the digits are placed in a certain manner. This is not always true. If I just tell you that there are 48 even numbers, you can't say every second number will be divisible by 4. What about numbers like these? 2, 6, 10, 14, 18, 22. ये मैंने बहुत सारे even number रखे. Can you say every second is divisible by 4? They are not. ठीक है? So ये depend करेगा digits पे. Sometimes ये consecutive digits are there, तो ऐसे में ऐसा हो जाता है, but that requires a bit of understanding that in which cases it can be done, in which cases it not be done. So आप अभी मत कीजिएगा ये काम, इसका ध्यान रखिएगा. Let's move on to the next part. 5 digit numbers divisible by 3 that can be formed. I really want to see how many of you answers this correct. 5-digit numbers which are divisible by 3. What is the answer to this question? Five-digit numbers divisible by 3. Sagar is saying 120. Okay. Chundru is also saying 120. Hinal is also saying 120. Vidhi, Deepak, Akash, they all are saying 120. Total numbers 120 थे और आप कह रहे हैं 120 numbers are divisible by 3. Viren says 120. Okay, Rishika says 120. Arvind is also saying 120. YouTube पे only one person has answered this question. Priyanka says 120. Yashika Kathuria says 120. Madhurima says 120. Okay, now I'm getting some answers on YouTube as well. KK says 120. Tanu Singh is saying 120. So yes, 120 is correct answer. Ferron De Silva is also saying 120, and your logic is also correct. That is that because sum of all the digits is 15, in whatever order you put them, ultimately the sum of the digits will always be divisible by 3. Therefore, we can say all numbers are divisible by 3. So 120 is the correct answer. Every number is divisible by 3 because sum of the digits. ये है ही divisibility rule of 3, that sum of the digits should be divisible by 3. सब में हो रहा है, so we getting the right answer, right? So Ritik Dikshit, correct answer. Shivi Gupta, Ayushi Sharma, everyone is correct. It adds up to 120. Ankita also. So this is clear. Next, what is the answer? अरे क्या खुल गया? सिंपल क्वेश्चन है, बहुत ही सिंपल क्वेश्चन है. What is the answer for this question? Sagar says 48, Debarti says 48, Akash says 48, Deepak says 24, Vidhi 60, Rishika 48, Hinal 48. Jitesh Singh says 48. Okay. Gulab 48, Narmada 60, Deepak 48, Chundru 48, Rishit 48, Soni 24, Priyanka 48, Arvind 48, Madhurima Das 60. Yes, 48 is the correct answer, guys. Many of you have answered 48. Reason is 5-digit numbers divisible by 6. What do you mean by divisible by 6? Divisible by 2 and 3. We have just said कि 3 से तो सारे ही divisible हैं. So whichever is divisible by 2 is divisible by 48. Whichever is divisible by 2 का मतलब even कितने हैं? ये रहा. तो जब even 48 थे तो divisible by 6 भी 48 ही हैं. Because anyways every number is divisible by 3. तो जो भी इवन नंबर हो जाएगा वो 6 से डिविजिबल हो जाएगा. These are some of the simple examples that I wanted to discuss with you. बहुत छोटे छोटे examples थे. Now I'll come to the good level questions, and we will talk about the real beauty of permutation and combination now in the upcoming questions. Let us look at them one by one, and those are extremely important. बहुत ध्यान से सुनिएगा. If you understand this part, I am sure you would start liking permutation and combination if you understand this part now. So here is your next question. Using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 exactly once, how many 5-digit numbers can be formed? यहां तक सब कुछ ठीक है. Having units digit greater than tens. Answer this. How many 5-digit numbers can be formed having units digit greater than tens? फटाफट बताइए क्या आंसर आता. That's great, Shubham Singh. I got it. Shubham said sorry. Yes, what is the answer to this question? Narmada says 60, Anil says 50. Hinal says 96. Shubham Seth, are you answering for this question as 48 now? Vidhi says 96. Okay. Vishal says 120. Sumant says 120. Arvind says 48. Madhurima says 48. Okay. अच्छा, अरविंद से 60 पक्का है, महालक्ष्मी 60, वीरेन 96, सागर 60, सुमंत 120, चंद्रू 120, देवर्ती 60, ऋषित 48, जितेश सिंह 24, ओके, प्रियंका 60, ऋषित 48। तो चलिए अब इस क्वेश्चन के बारे में बात करते हैं। इसके बारे में पक्का ही बात करना चाहता हूं और बढ़िया बात करना चाहता हूं, ठीक है। शिवी गुप्ता 48, तनु सिंह 60। द क्वेश्चन इज having units digit greater than 10. First I will talk about those people who are getting 96 as the answer. You are saying unit digit should be greater than 10. इसका मतलब ये this digit should be greater than this. So this digit can be 5 or 4 or 3 or 2, but it cannot be 1, because how would it be greater than this digit then? अब आता थी इसकी, this digit can be 4 or 3 or 2 or 1, but this cannot be 5. Otherwise how would this be greater than this? तो हो नहीं सकता. So therefore this place can be filled in 4 ways, this place can be filled in 4 ways. उसके अलावा these 3 can be filled in 3 into 2 into 1, and this gives me the answer as 96 probably. ये आ रहा है क्या? हाँ, 96 आ रहा है. So therefore initially some of you said 96 is the answer, probably by this logic. पृथ्वी ने जब अभी बोला 96, KK said 48. So some of you said 96 by this logic, right? What is wrong with this logic? ये चीज तो दोनों बातें सही हैं. This cannot be 1, this cannot be 5, so this should be correct. The wrong part is when you say this place can be filled in 4 ways, this place can be filled in 4 ways, these two places cannot be filled in 4 into 4 ways, that is 16. ये बहुत common mistake करते हैं students, because with each one of them you cannot relate. जब यहां 5 put करोगे, you can put 4, 3, 2 and 1 all 4 ways, but when you put 4 here, you cannot put 4 there, you can only put 3, 2 or 1, 3 ways. When you put 3 here, you can only put 2 or 1 here, that is 2 ways. And when you put 2 here, you can only put 1 here, that is 1 way. So ultimately these two places cannot be filled in 16 ways, they actually can be filled in only 10 ways. कैसे? जब यहां 5 होगा तो यहां 4, 3, 2 या 1, 4 केसेस. जब यहां 4 होगा, दिस कैन ओनली बी 3, 2 या 1, 3 केसेस. जब यहां 3 होगा तो 2 या 1, और जब यहां पे 2 होगा तब 1. सो 4 + 3 + 2 + 1, दैट मेक्स इट 10. देयर आर 10 वेज इन विच आई कैन फिल द लास्ट 2 प्लेसेस. उसके बाद द फर्स्ट 3 कैन बी फिल्ड इन 3 into 2 into 1, which is equal to 60. This gives me the answer. I hope this is clear to everyone, no doubt about it. But ये ब्यूटी तो नहीं हुई जिसके बारे में वी वर टॉकिंग, दैट दिस इज द रियल ब्यूटी ऑफ परमुटेशन एंड कॉम्बिनेशन दैट वी आर गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट नाउ. दिस इज नॉट दैट ब्यूटीफुल पार्ट, दिस इज द कैलकुलेशन पार्ट ऑफ इट. सो व्हाट इज द ब्यूटीफुल पार्ट ऑफ इट? लेट अस जस्ट टॉक अबाउट दैट. जस्ट थिंक ऑफ वन थिंग. Using these 5 digits exactly once, how many 5-digit numbers can be formed? When we discussed it, you all said 120. We agreed to that कि हाँ ठीक है जी, total number of numbers 120 है. ठीक है. Akash is saying 5C2. That's correct, Akash, but we are not talking about 5C2 currently. C तो हम जानते ही नहीं ना, NCR, NPR हम लोग यूज ही नहीं कर रहे हैं. Just think of this thing. Think of a 5-digit number which can be formed using these 5 digits. Think of any 5-digit number that can be formed using these 5-digit numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is one of the numbers. If 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is one of the numbers in which the last 2 digits are 4 and 5, the unit digit is greater than 10s. Can I say for this number there lies one number when these are interchanged, unit digit is less than 10s? For a number whose unit digit is greater than 10s, there lies a number whose unit digit is less than 10s. For a number whose unit digit is greater than 10s, there lies a number whose unit digit is less than 10s. For a number whose unit digit is less than 10s, there lies a number whose unit digit is greater than 10s. I've just written some of the examples out of those 120 numbers. I'm saying think of any number out of those 120. उनके जो last 2 digit होंगे उनमें से या तो यूनिट बड़ा होगा या टेंस. इफ यूनिट इज ग्रेटर, रिप्लेस देम. tens would be greater. If tens is greater, replace them, units would be greater. That means for every such a number, there lies one such a number, which means if the total number of numbers is 120, out of those 120, half are of this type, half are of that type, and therefore our answer is equal to 60, which Sagar has already explained already. I hope you got this point. For every such number, there lies one such number. So why do I count those cases? I can straight away say this. ठीक है? The possibility cannot be greater than 1/2. सौरभ, अगर आप ध्यान से देखो, हर दो में से एक नंबर काम का है तो exactly 1/2 काम के हुए ना. How can it be greater than 1/2? हाँ, if the digits could have been equal, तब मुझे थोड़ा सोचना पड़ता. If they cannot be equal, and I can make all type of numbers by interchanging these digits. So for every such number which is required, there lies a number which is not required. That means for half of them, unit is greater than tens. For half of them, unit is less than tens. Or just look at it one more way. मैंने आपसे पूछा in how many numbers unit is greater than tens. Suppose my question was, in how many numbers tens is greater than units. कहने से दोनों का आंसर तो सेम आना चाहिए. For how many unit is greater than tens, उसका जो प्रोसेस होगा करने का, एंड फॉर हाउ मेनी नंबर्स टेंस इज ग्रेटर देन यूनिट्स, उसका जो प्रोसेस होगा सेम होगा. So if there are x numbers of this type, there are x numbers of that type. So of course I can straight away say half are of this type, half are of this type, and this has nothing to do with the number of digits. सोचिए कितना मुश्किल हो जाता अगर ये digits 5 ना हो के 9 होते. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 are the 9 digits. How many numbers you can form using those 9 digits such that unit digit is greater than tens? I can straight away say 9 factorial by 2. It's a single word answer. वो भी छोड़ो, मैं कहता हूं कि नंबर्स 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 ये डिजिट्स है. इन डिजिट से नंबर बनेंगे कितने? द फर्स्ट प्लेस कैन बी फिल्ड इन 6 ways बिकॉज 0 नहीं आ सकती. द नेक्स्ट प्लेस इन 6 ways, 5 ways, 4 ways, 3 ways, 2 ways, 1 way. सपोज क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा है हाउ मेनी नंबर्स कैन बी फॉर्म्ड इन विच यूनिट इज ग्रेटर देन टेंस? हाफ. अदरवाइज आई विल हैव टू मेक केसेस. अगर पीछे 0 आई तो क्या होगा, 0 नहीं आई तो क्या होगा. आई विल हैव टू मेक सेपरेट केसेस. आई विल हैव टू काउंट देम, ऐड देम टू गेट द आंसर. द सेम क्वेश्चन यू डू इट बाय दैट मेथड जो हम पहले कर रहे थे, इट विल टेक 5 minutes. द सेम क्वेश्चन यू डू इट बाय दिस मेथड, इट विल टेक 5 seconds. That is the difference between them, and this is the beauty of permutation and combination. That you have to understand it in this way कि जितने भी numbers आगे भी जाके बनने वाले, in all those numbers what is going to happen? For every such number there lies a number like this, so therefore straight away half of this is my answer. Right? I hope you have understood this, so I would want you to answer one more question now. एक और आंसर करो जरा. This question. Answer this. Using 1 2 3 4 and 5 exactly ones, how many 5 digit numbers can be formed having 1 before 2? Answer this. Sagar says 60, Saurabh says 60, Akash says 60, Hinal says 60. Anyone else? No answer on YouTube yet? People on YouTube. Debarti, Vishal, Krishna, Bharti, Vaibhav, Priyanka, Malakshmi, they all are saying 60. Kaustubh says 60. Okay, first answer on YouTube now. चुंद्रू से 60, अरविंद 60, शिवी गुप्ता 60. नाउ यू हैव गॉट द लॉजिक आई सपोज, है ना, इसीलिए फटाफट 60 बोल रहे हो. बिकॉज नाउ इफ आई लुक एट द नंबर्स अगेन, think of any 5 digit numbers which is formed by these 5. Let us say this is the number 1 3 5 4 2. Wherever 1 and 2 are, ये पक्का है उनमें से एक 2 या तो 1 पहले होगा 2 से, या फिर 2 पहले होगा 1 से. So if there is a number in which 1 is before 2, of course there is a number in which 1 is after 2, because the moment you interchange them, जहां 1 2 से पहले था वहां बाद में हो गया. For a number in which 2 is before 1, there lies a number in which 2 is after 1. For a number in which 1 is before 2, there lies a number in which 1 is after 2. So that means again for every such number which is of this type, there lies a number which is of that type. My answer is again half, that is equal to 60. It's as simple as this. ये चीज अगर समझ जाओगे तो आपको अच्छा लगने लगेगा परम्यूटेशन कॉम्बिनेशन. हाँ यार ये समझ आ रही है बात, ठीक है, कि अच्छा करना ही क्या था इसमें. हर नंबर, एवरी डिजिट कैन इंटरचेंज इट्स प्लेस विद द अदर डिजिट बिकॉज जीरो इज नॉट देयर. जीरो होता तो मैं ना कर पाता. सपोज आई हैव ए नंबर 1 0 4 5 2. कैन दीज इंटरचेंज देयर प्लेसेस? दे कांट, बिकॉज जीरो कैन नॉट कम एट द फर्स्ट प्लेस. दे कांट इंटरचेंज देयर प्लेसेस, राइट. मतलब ये दोनों के साथ, जीरो किसी के साथ भी करेगा तो दिक्कत आएगी, बिकॉज फर्स्ट प्लेस पे जीरो नहीं आ सकता. दैट इज द प्रॉब्लम. बट हां, अगर फर्स्ट प्लेस इन्वॉल्व नहीं है, सो इवन जीरो कैन इंटरचेंज. देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम, द वे वी टॉक्ड अबाउट इन द प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन. एंड नाउ बिकॉज यू हैव अंडरस्टूड दिस पार्ट, आई एम आस्किंग यू वन मोर क्वेश्चन. अब आपको खुद दिमाग लगा के आंसर देना है. ऐसे मत सोचना हर एक का आंसर 60 है, तो ध्यान से आंसर देना. आंसर दिस क्वेश्चन नाउ. दिस इज द क्वेश्चन. बहुत ध्यान से आंसर दीजिएगा विदाउट मेकिंग अ मिस्टेक. हैविंग टू समवेयर बिटवीन 1 and 3. ध्यान से देखना, हैविंग टू समवेयर बिटवीन 1 and 3. Mohammad Yasin missed the first concept. You can see the recording later, Mohammad Yasin. It will be available. Answer this, guys. Answer this fast. Having to somewhere between 1 and 3. Hello, Nikki. I would like to see the right answer from you guys only for this question. Debarti says 36. Arvind is also saying 36. Vishal says 37. Shivi Gupta 36. Priyanka says 36. Mahalakshmi says 36. Any other answer? KK says 18. Ritik Dixit says 36. Okay. Let us just talk about it. Okay. Unfortunately, 36 is not the right answer. But all of you have given 36. Okay. Ayushi is also saying 36. Pradvi is saying 110. Vidhi says 24. Rishika says 18. Saurabh says 48. Okay, Vikas is also saying 36. Let's just talk about it. ठीक है, कि क्या सही आंसर है, क्या होना चाहिए. Let us just talk about it. Just think of it now. Question is saying that we should have 2 somewhere between 1 and 3. In every number, 2, 1 and 3, they are somewhere, कहीं तो होंगे, right? 2, 1 और 3 हर नंबर में कहीं ना कहीं तो होंगे ना. द क्वेश्चन इज ओनली टॉकिंग अबाउट 2, 1 and 3. सो आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू पे अटेंशन टू 4 और 5. वेयर एवर दे आर, जिस भी पोजीशन पे हैं, जैसे भी बैठे हैं, हमें उससे लेन देन नहीं है. 2, 1 और 3 कहीं तो होने वाले हैं ना. जहां भी होंगे, कैसे होंगे? इफ देयर इज अ नंबर 13542, सो कैन आई से वेरी गुड आकाश, वेरी वेरी गुड. आई एम रियली हैप्पी टू सी दैट. दैट्स ग्रेट. द फर्स्ट राइट आंसर फ्रॉम आकाश. मधुरिमा, यू आर क्लोज, ठीक है, बट थोड़ा गलत हुआ है आपका. इफ देर इज अ नंबर 13542, कैन आई से बाय कीपिंग 5 and 4 देयर ओनली एंड कीपिंग द पोजीशंस ऑफ 132 सेम, कैन आई से 132 आपस में कितने तरीके से अरेंज कर सकते हैं? दे कैन अरेंज देमसेल्व्स इन 3 factorial ways. ध्यान से देखिए, isn't it? There are 6 numbers that can be formed by interchanging the places of 132. 132, 231, 321, 312, 213, 123, ऐसे करके there are 6 numbers that can be formed, or 3 factorial numbers that can be formed, right? Out of these 6 numbers, how many are required for us? Having 2 somewhere between 1 and 3. So how many numbers are having 2 somewhere between 1 and 3? एक तो ये, और एक ये, कहना इसे 6 नंबर्स में से 2 मेरे काम के होंगे. When 3 is first, 1 is last and 2 is in between, or 1 is first, 3 is last and 2 is somewhere in between. So out of 6 numbers, 2 are required. Out of 6 numbers, 2 are required. The point is, क्या हमेशा 6 में से 2 होंगे? Let us check one more. एक और देखो. I'll take a number 5, 3, 4, 1, 2. 5 और 4 उसमें कहीं भी हैं. Those are not my point of concern. Look at 3, 1, 2. Wherever 3, 1, 2 are, can I say they can be arranged themselves in 6 ways again? Every time 1, 2, 3 अपनी अपनी जगह 3 factorial ways में arrange करेंगे. Out of those 3 factorial again, how many of them are having 2 in between? एक तो ये number 2 is having 2 in between, और एक ये number is having 2 in between. 2 आ रहा है कहीं 1 और 3 के बीच में. आउट ऑफ 6 अगेन 2 आर देयर. सो कहना है फॉर एवरी नंबर 1, 2, 3 कैन बी अरेंज्ड इन 6 वेज. उन 6 में से 2 मेरे काम के हैं, तो 2 6 हो गए. 2 6 किसका? टोटल नंबर्स का. सो माय आंसर इज 40. देयर आर 40 नंबर्स सच दैट 2 कम्स समवेयर बिटवीन 1 and 3. दिस इज व्हाट आई वांटेड टू डिस्कस टुडे. डिड यू गेट इट गाइस? ये समझ आई आपको बात? देखो कोई भी नंबर लिखो, उस नंबर में 1, 2, 3 आपस में अरेंज हो गए, देयर वुड बी 6 नंबर्स दैट आर फॉर्म्ड. हर नंबर में ऐसे ऐसे 6 बार बनेंगे. देयर आर 120 सच नंबर्स. सो ऐसे ऐसे 6 नंबर्स के देयर वुड बी 20 पैकेट्स, एंड इन एवरी पैकेट यू विल फाइंड 2 नंबर्स. फर्स्ट पैकेट में 2 नंबर्स, सेकंड पैकेट 2 नंबर्स, थर्ड पैकेट 2 नंबर्स. दो करके हमारे पास 40 आ जाएगा. दिस इज हाउ वी गेट द आंसर, एंड दिस इज एक्चुअली द ब्यूटीफुल पार्ट ऑफ पीएनसी. देयरफॉर दिस इज माय फेवरेट टॉपिक ऑनेस्टली. Because in these cases you don't have to do large calculations. If your logic is good, you just immediately get the answer by doing this. What do you have to do? Question is talking about 2, 1 and 3. Just focus upon 2, 1 and 3. Where are 2, 1 and 3 in a number? They can themselves arrange in how many ways? 3 digits आपस में कितने ways में arrange करते हैं? 3 factorial. उन 3 factorial में से how many cases are there such that 2 is between 1 and 3? ऐसे बने 2 cases. तो हर 3 फैक्टोरियल में 2 केसेस आ रहे हैं. हर 3 फैक्टोरियल में 2 मतलब 2 डिवाइडेड बाय 3 फैक्टोरियल, और 2 by 6. 2 by 6 ऑफ टोटल क्या? दिस गिव्स अस द आंसर एज 40, एंड दैट इज द फाइनल आंसर. ठीक. I hope you would have understood. If there is still a doubt, you can always ask me in the next class. We are having the next session now, not on tomorrow. ध्यान रखिएगा. On Friday again at 9 PM, in which again I'll be talking about a specific case of FPC. जैसा हमने ये पढ़ा है वैसा ही हम लोग फ्राइडे को फिर से पढ़ेंगे, उसके बारे में बात करेंगे. ठीक है. विशाल is having a problem in card based questions. विशाल वो हम लोग करेंगे probability में. I'll be taking a series on probability as well. I'll discuss card based problems over there. उस दिन हम लोग उसके बारे में बात करेंगे. ठीक है जी. So that is all for today guys. I hope you would have liked this. So this is one question, is home assignment for you. All of you please do this. ये एक आपका होम असाइनमेंट है, एंड वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस दिस क्वेश्चन डे आफ्टर टुमारो, वेरी फर्स्ट इन द बिगिनिंग ऑफ द सेशन. यू हैव टू गिव मी द बेस्ट सॉल्यूशन फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन द वे वी आर डूइंग इट टुडे. ओके. And guys, we are also starting the CAT 2022 batch now, which is again very soon starting on. So we have the enrollments for this. So this all would also be there very soon. So anyone who is interested in CAT 2022 batch, and for Gradeup Super, these are the current prices at which we are running Gradeup Super. What is Gradeup Super? Gradeup Super, this is an additional discount you would be getting if you do that. In Gradeup Super, basically you get the complete access to all the batches rather than enrolling in a specific batch. तो आपको separately purchase नहीं करना पड़ता. You are straight away enrolled in all the batches, right? And you have the access to all the non-CAT exam courses as well, plus all the material. This is about Gradeup Super thing. So if you have any questions, you can always call up at this number, and that's all from my side for today. So we'll meet again day after tomorrow at 9 PM with the next lecture on PNC. I hope you like the session. अच्छा लगा तो please guys rate the session, like the session, subscribe it, share it, whatever you can for me. Please do that. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you very much, and a very good night to all of you.